lovely Tony Blake, and I am here live on Facebook, here again for another, hold on, 10 at 10. This week I want to talk about, she said yes. Let us discuss that moment when they say yes, that magic moment. Let's talk about the fact that it goes from a sales process, yay, 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 all of a sudden to an administrative process. So it's time for the paperwork. It's like the minute that they say yes and lease the apartment, we go to paperwork. Ew, I don't want paper and I don't want work. And so what we want to talk about today is how can we take that all important moment of when they say yes and turn it into a celebration. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. So I was in P.F. Chang restaurant and I was out with a client, and I know some of you know I have hot flashes. So I love to drink cold liquids. At the end of my meal, my client in the evening asked for hot tea. Now, I love the little waiter, Ryan, and he was so pretty. I wish I had a picture to show you. She called him over and said to him, I want some hot tea. And I remember thinking, ew, hot tea. I wanted something cold like some chilled Chardonnay. And he goes and he gets the menu. And he puts this menu in front of her. And all of a sudden we start looking, and wow, the hot teas at P.F. Chang are amazing. And there was this one called Citrus Spice. And she points to it and she says, what does that taste like? And this oh so handsome young man leans into my client and says, why ma'am, that tastes like Christmas morning. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. That is so funny. So I turned around and I said, really? And he turned it on me and he leaned into me and he said, that's right. It's spicy and full of surprises. Are you kidding me? What an amazing conversation. To take a tea bag, okay, like a tea bag with some cloves and cinnamon and a little bit of orange rind and turn it into Christmas morning. Booyah, Ryan. We need to find ways that we can take these processes and elevate them through our sass and pizzazz into something more meaningful. So I want to share how we can take the Christmas morning experience and bring it into property management. What if we created a housewarming party in our office that stayed there all year long, so that every time somebody decided to become one of our residents, we would take them over and we would get to be the very first person to give them a housewarming present. I love this. We call it a celebration station. And there are celebration stations all over this country. In fact, I've had a lot of clients that have celebration station contests. Now, the thing about a celebration station is, I don't want the party store. I want Martha Stewart. I want you to look at the fabrics and the design and the look and all this beautiful black and white here. And I want you to matchy-matchy. I want you to go get wrapping paper that matches the fabrics and design of your office and do something beautiful that kind of fits in. I have a client, Gateway Place Apartments, shout out, hey. They found a sign at Hobby Lobby that said, yay, you're home. What a cool sign, right? They also add extra ones for the renewals and actually had somebody opening a present with renewal. And a customer came in and saw the resident opening the present, and the reason why they were in there is because they had been treated so rudely in wanting to switch apartments that they decided to leave. And they walk in the office, and here is somebody at the celebration station who's renewing and still getting a present. So what you want to do is make sure you go get boxes, lots of boxes. Everything you buy, you can go to Target, Tuesday Morning, Ross, TJ Maxx, Walmart, all these places, but find really good stuff in boxes, so you don't have to buy a box, right? And then you have a wrap party and you wrap all the presents and then you set up your celebration station. Now today everybody's mobile, right? And so what happens when a person self-selects their apartment online? How are we going to share some love with them when they're on their mobile device? Well, what if you had a special promo code that they could see that said, get started now to find your apartment. And then when they got into the process, you can make that unit availability technology there so that they can select their apartment. Now, when I book a flight on Southwest Airlines, they also give me all the rental car and they give me hotels. What if you added some genius tools to be able to offer them a place to link immediately to a furniture rental company to set up furniture if they need it, and to set up their renter's insurance if they needed it? And also, what about setting up utilities? There are amazing opportunities. Now, I also have an app with Hilton that allows me to pick my hotel room and check in early. Technology can also add some sizzle and pizzazz and genius moves to that application moment. But what we want to be able to do this week is let's talk about what can you do when they say yes. How can you transform that moment into something really special? I love to be able to say to people when they walk in and they see the celebration station when we have them live in the office, they see the presents and I see them see the presents and I say to them, I see you seeing the presents. And they're like, yeah, who is that for? And I say, well, you know, moving is stressful and hard. And so what we wanted to do was to allow you an opportunity, if you find your home here, to celebrate that moment with us. We just want to be the first one to give you a housewarming gift. What if when people are online selecting their apartment, once you contact them, you set up a new resident orientation that included a visit to the celebration station? You can say, come by the office and we have a housewarming party set up and you're the guest. What can we do? Let's talk about it this week on 10 at 10. Tell me what you're doing with technology. Tell me what you're doing in the office. Let's talk about what ways can we transform that point of contact moment when they say yes into a memorable event.